Hello, everyone. It's your old pal Chuck, and I am back with another review. And today, we're taking a look at something very new to this channel, but it's been around for about 6 years now. This is from the Takara Tomy line called Shinkalion. Now, this new series is called, I believe, Shinkalion Z. And what it is, Shinkalion is a overall series about transforming trains. I mean, these are human-controlled trains that basically guard and protect the railways, if I understand. And this line is hugely popular in Japan. I mean, we all know that trains are very popular in Japan. Well, this plays right off of that. Hugely popular, so much so. I mean, I think this series sells better than Transformers, if you can believe that. I mean, it's so popular. They have bath balls. If you don't know what bath balls are, I mean, these sometimes called bath bombs, like things you put in the bath. They instead of using Mr. Bubbles or something or Calgon, it's you know that it gives a fragrance to your bath, and it's like soap. And they have transforming bath balls. That's how popular it is. People want to bathe when Shinkalion. So right now we're taking a look at the E5 Yamanote. I hope I got that right. This is this train here, the Yamanote. And this is the set. I went for the set with the Zai liner, Z-A-I liner, which is this little piece here. Now you can buy the Yamanote separately from the Z liner, or you can get them in the set like I did. And really what it is, as we get into the review, you'll see part of this Shinkalion Z line is there's interchangeable parts that for power-ups and stuff like that. So yeah, I got this from Amazon Japan. As always, it was very easy to get. Definitely probably the cheapest option, just because you're getting it directly from Japan. So yeah, let me move this out of the way and we'll take a look at the Yamanote. Now, I don't know if this is the name of the brand of the train or the style of the train or the route it goes on. I think it's something like that. Because again, this is Takara Tomy, and Tomy has licensings and stuff. And by the way, you want to hear something funny? Back in the day, Tomy had a, Plarail, which is, an overall train line. So they had a Plarail line, and the Omega Supreme toy, which was made by Tomy originally, that was actually compatible with it. Those original G1 Omega Supreme tracks are compatible with vintage train toys. So you do have something there. But as you can see, each car is connected. There's the hooks there. And I got to say, it's kind of tricky getting it together. And I do worry about those connections breaking over time. But they do roll very nicely. And yeah, very nice turquoise and white color with a little bit of a pink accent. Let's bring it around on this side, These are bullet trains. I don't really think we have those here in the US. But yeah, so that's about it for the vehicle mode. Well, why not just get right into the transformation? And now, as is the style of in Japan of Japanese-based robots, there is quite a bit of parts forming, and unfortunately you will have some parts left over, namely the wheels here on the bottom. But we can figure out some things to do with them, later on. I think you're supposed to detach each car, but to be honest with you, I find that to be a little difficult. So what I like to do is I just unpeg the cars from the bottom, from the wheels, just like this. And as you can see, that's a separate piece. You have the piece right there, and I'm turning them over just so it doesn't roll. So this front piece will be the torso, head, and arms of the robot. And this rear piece, as I just knock everything over, this will be the legs. And yes, as you can see, there is, because they do have to come together, that is part of the combining and swapping gimmick. And this middle piece here we'll get to in a little bit. That is actually where the weapons are stored. In fact, you know what, let me get all this out of the way, and we'll just pop those weapons out now. And really all you do is pull up on this top piece, and let's pop out the swords, and I can clear all this out. Now, I found from some people you can put these in, take up, you know, the hold, so they don't roll around and take a chance of losing them, but that goes back on just like that, and there you go. So, let's start with the torso. First thing you want to do is you want to grab the front and the rear, and everything comes together quite nicely. So you're going to separate those two pieces right there. Next thing you want to do is come in, flip this front section up, come in underneath, flip up what will be the head, then come underneath here, and this is one of the things I like about this. Clicks into place for train mode and clicks into place for robot mode. So once you have that done, this front piece is on a double hinge, so you want to bring that back and around so it'll form a little bit of a chest plate of sorts. Let me just make sure I got that just like that, snap down flushish like that. And then the head's on a ball joint, so bring it forward a little and flip up the crest. And there you have the chest and head done. Finish off with the arms. You're going to separate this section. Unpeg the arm from the side there. Bring it out. Going to angle that piece up slightly. Rotate this at the side. And then slide this panel back. It will snap into place. And you want to rotate it so the green is facing forward. So this is the left hand for you, right hand normally. So it's like, and you just peg it in there. It will snap into place. Detented ratchets, tight joints, swivel. This actually will end up being a very articulated robot. So you got the one arm done. Let's do it again on this side. Swivel, rotate, and again, everything clicks into place. Nice tight connections, just like so. So we have the torso done. Let's put that off to the side. And we're going to come in here, and this is the section that will form the legs. So what you want to do is get a thumbnail in here, separate these pieces, and then come around and separate these pieces here from the rear. And you'll notice that here you have the lower torso system, which is something I think is going to be universal to all the figures. So what you want to do is just grab this front section and flip it up and peg it into place. Now in mine, this came flipped up. So you want to, going into train mode, you want to flip it down. So I'm going to put that down. We'll come over now to one of these back sections, and you're going to flip up this panel, double hinge, will fold flush. Then what you'll do is unpeg this back panel, flip it all the way down. That will soft clip into this black section, which is the rear of the heel, and you're going to flip that whole section forward until it snaps into place. So ball jointed ankle, full range of movement. And then what you want to do is grab this inner panel, rotate it down and out, and then grab the front nose cone piece of the same side. There are two holes in there that you're going to peg into here, and kind of will hold it in place. Like, I'm not really sure how this is supposed to, you know, hold. I mean, that is a little bit loose, but you got one leg done. And I do want to mention here, the detailing here, these are all stickers on the larger robot, on the torso here, the arms, those where my thumbs are, stickers right there. So I guess that is for the older fans who are into modeling. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. flip up that panel, flip this down. I gotta say, I mean, these are a little bit pricey, but you do feel the quality, especially with everything coming together securely. And then bring that down. And again, same thing. Come in with this nose cone piece and just slide it in and peg it in like that. Now this has a tab post on this side, so be a little more careful. Like that, I feel, is holding it in place. And now, just to connect the legs, you're going to slot them in just like so. You can detented hips, so if you want to bring them out like one click to give yourself a little extra room, just like so. And then, of course, rotate the feet down. And then this piece, which, by the way, rotates, so you do have waist articulation, will click in just like so. And there you have the E5 Yamanote in robot mode. The weapons, just peg them into the hand here. Now, from watching the anime, I do believe, like most Japanese toys, there is a finishing move, and that would be opening the front here. There's a little tab you can get your thumbnail in, and that's a giant blaster cannon, and that's basically used to blast the enemies finally. But yeah, like I said, ratchets here in the shoulder, swivel here at the bicep, 90-degree bend at the elbow. You do have wrist articulation, which is nice. Detented hip joints, double jointed knees, ratcheting. So yeah, a lot of good and tight joints. And as I mentioned, of course, ball jointed head. So this is the basic Shinkalion mode. Well, I shouldn't say the basic robot mode for the Yamanote. Now, it's funny, in other lines this has been called a Hayabusa. I guess maybe it was a different style. I'm not really known for trains. Let me just adjust the camera slightly so we get the figure in. And I gotta say, it's a really nice color. You do now in robot mode get the gold on the tips of the feet and on that cannon, as well as the swords. But yeah, just really nice. And of course, as I mentioned, you do end up with this piece left over with the coasters. I think those are called casters inside, which, you know, I don't know how that's handled in the series, because I figured these guys spring into robot mode off of the track, so those pieces are probably left on the track. Which is funny, I use the term spring because the original Shinkalion toys were spring changers, and I wish I knew that, because that seems like really cool. They're not as articulated as what would come later, especially not as articulated as these, but I would have liked to have given them a shot. And so we're going to pause right now, and I'm going to show you the combination, which is like the power-up mode with the Zyliner. Okay, to prepare the Yamanote for combination, what you want to do is go ahead and just separate the arms here. The Zyliner with this set replaces the arms, but you're going to need the weapons, so you want to grab them and bring them off to the side. And what I usually would do is transform the arms back into their train mode, and then just peg them back onto that piece from the middle section. But just to save time, I'll do that later. Let's push that guy back a little so we can just focus on this section. And again, it's the same type of thing. You do have to remove these casters here, or train wheel bits, and unfortunately they will not fit in that middle section, so will end up with these just rolling around if you're not careful. But to begin the transformation, you gotta take it apart. So first, remove this front piece right here, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start splitting. Oh, that came off rather easily. You're going to split the side here. And then what you're going to do is remove this back panel. And that's right there. This is a sticker. E235 Xyliner. Again, I don't know if that's a real train or just named for the series. Fold it up backwards. There's a little tab there. Peg right in. This will form a shield for the giant robot. Focusing in on this piece, you want to fold this green section down and fold out the blade. And then come in underneath here and see how we're going to do this. Oh, yes. This section will peg in. No, actually, no. This section will peg in. You see how there's some holes there. You got the two posts. So right there in the middle. And that will form, now this is like a basic sword, but really what you're supposed to do is take these other swords and peg them into the side here, just like so, and you've got like its super bladed weapon. I don't know if this is stronger than the cannon or not, but we'll just put that off to the side. And now what you can do is separate from front to back, and these will be the arms. So we'll start off with this section, flip up this panel, double hinge again, and tab slot, pegs it right into place. You're going to separate the arm down, and as you're doing that, you're going to slide it forward. It will snap into place, and then to secure the shoulder pad, click it forward, and that will snap into place. Rotate the arm out, sticker there, and you basically have the one arm done. Rinse and repeat on this side. I mean, the transformation and the assembly is all fairly simple. And, you know, in the packaging, this all comes in, separated. So you do have to put it together. Like I said, I think the stickers are trying to get the older fans who are into modeling. So bring the arm down like this, slide it forward on the track, get it to snap into place, and then snap the shoulder panel into place, rotate it forward, and there you have the two arms ready. So again, much like on the first one, snap that into place, just like so. And then what you can do on this arm, you got the two little bits right there. You just want to peg that in. Make sure I have that. I'm looking at pictures to make sure I have it, yep, connected properly. And then this longer tab right there will go into this arm here. There's your shield. And there you have the Yamanote in its powered up form. And my God, that's a big sword. Yeah. And it can hold it overnight. I had this posed like it's He-Man or something with the sword straight up like that. And it held it fine. So there's a lot of articulation here. And the joints are good. I mean, I'm sure, of course, as with everything over time, the joints will wear out. But this is a really cool figure. And I'm really happy I picked it up. So let's pause and we'll get into my final thoughts. Here's a pose to give you an idea of the strength and balance of the figure. I really have no complaints with this guy. If there's one thing I would complain about, it would be that these little leg panels really don't have, like these side parts really don't, unless I'm missing something, don't have a place to securely fit in. And when you're moving the legs, they can have a tendency to move around. But then again, that might be a safety feature or an ease of articulation feature. But yeah, I'm really digging this guy. Solid figure all around. I do actually have the second one that was released. It's a red one. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the box right now for the Yamanote, and they don't have the name of the red one in English. But basically, instead of replacing the arms, you'll replace the legs. And then these guys can cross-combine, where you can put the red legs on with this torso, and it's like a supered up, powered mode, or put these arms on the red torso. It's something that I guess if you saw the cartoon, you would understand which way it goes. But again, it's cross compatibility, which is something that even going back to the first year of Shinkalion was a big thing where you could switch torso and legs. And here now we're doing it legs and arms. They've done combiners in the past where you've had fully transforming robots that have become from train to robot and then combined to a larger robot. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't really get a lot of those because they were just being released at a time where, I had to worry about some other robots in disguise. But I am glad I got this. I do have a blue one coming later in the month. So then really you can have some cross compatibility because that will also replace arms. So you can have this torso, those arms, and the red legs, and just have like a giant super robot or something. I think maybe all the weapons combine, or I don't know. But definitely, if you're into trains, if you're looking for something a little bit different from Transformers, again, this is made by Takara Tomy, so this is made by the people who make Transformers, and this is a line that I think is much more popular in Japan than Transformers. So, in a way, this line is sustaining Transformers. So, give it a shot. I do recommend getting the complete set with the Zyliner, so you get to experience the full play pattern. I got this from Amazon Japan. I think it is available at other importers. I have not seen it advertised on Big Bad Toy Store. Doesn't mean they don't have it. Do a quick search for Shinkalion and see what comes up. Because sometimes they'll have stuff that they don't advertise. But yeah, I just really am impressed. I have heard from some people their ankles are a little loose, so just that note there. But yeah, there's really nothing more I can say about it. So definitely worth a pickup. If you want to wait, get the color you like. This is like a seafoam green turquoise. There's the red, and I told you the blue guy is coming at the end of the month. It'll give you different options. So, if you like this review, please considering liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, the likes, comments, and subscriptions help communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel is one that should be exalted, held upon high, and supported. If you really want to make the ultimate sign of support, please do consider signing up for my Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All I ask for is $1 a month or $12 a year, and you're helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like Shinkalion to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. Now, normally I would have a card here in the corner with a link to the Patreon, but unfortunately YouTube changed the way it does its cards, and I haven't figured out yet how to get it to work, if it will ever work, which is a sad reality. So definitely you need to look at the description for the video for a link there, or type in patreon.com/chuckdog1999. It's patreon.com and the name of this channel. But as I always say, if you can't do the $1 a month or $12 a year, just watching my videos is support enough. So once again, thank you so much for watching. For the Shinkalion Z Zyliner E5 Yamanote, which I'm now looking at the side of the box. I'm seeing E5 Hayabusa and the Yamanote. You know what? I think the arm train might be the Yamanote. We're just going to call this the E5 Yamanote. We will see you next time.